Hi, my name's Amir and welcome back to my channel. Today I am showing you how to recreate this beautiful, flawless, glowing skin look with only 5 products and 1 makeup sponge, no brushes. So it's super simple, easy, quick. Anyone can do it. You can add in any extra steps that you feel like you need to. You can take out any steps that you feel are unnecessary. Whatever it is, it's just like a really good kind of starting place to get the glowing skin look. I'm all about healthy, glowing skin. My skin is on the drier side, so anytime I can get my skin looking healthy and glowing, I am happy, I am set, I am good to go. So for this look, I'm using the Frank Body lip tints. They are just launching and Frank Body are doing a giveaway. So if you go click the link below, it is an affiliate link which will help me out, but it will enter you guys in a competition. They're giving away their entire collection and a few other goodies, so definitely worth checking them out if you're interested and like the look of them when you see me using them today. They're multi-purpose, so you can use them lips, cheeks, face, eyes. I use them in my brows as well. So I'm really going to show you a few different ways to use them, so they're like a really versatile product to just chuck in your handbag. One more thing before we start the look, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't forget and you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Anyway, let's go. Okay, so step 1 is to prep your skin. So generally I would probably like moisturize and prime, but I know that a lot of you guys aren't all about that 20-step life like I am. Not everyone is as extra as me. So I'm using this because it's kind of like a 2-in-1. So it is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And it's safe for sensitive skin, which I have very sensitive skin at the moment. The last few months it's just been so sensitive. So I'm going to pop this all over my face. It's really nice and hydrating. Happily, I will use this without any other makeup. It just makes my skin look so healthy and fresh and glowing. I have also used it over the top of other moisturizers, more as my primer. I find that then my foundation will start to ball off when I'm applying it and everything. So I think it's just too many steps. Like the products just don't sink in. So yeah, this is a really great 2-in-1. It has a really beautiful pearlescent finish as well, which you can see just gives a lot of glow to the face. I also do apply this like up underneath my eyes just to kind of illuminate those dark circles. Whatever I have left over after it's all rubbed into my face, I take down my neck and across my chest just to add a little bit of glow down there so I'm not too matte. So step 2 is applying some kind of, light foundation, BB cream, CC cream type product. I've been really liking MAC Face and Body. That one doesn't have any SPF in it though, and since we are in Australia and I'm kind of aiming this more towards, just like a fresh face look for summer, I definitely want to make sure there is SPF in there, and that Smoothie Moisturized Primer doesn't have SPF in it. So if you're using a primer or moisturizer that has your SPF, then you could probably go for that. That is really beautiful, really glowy. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics CC cream today just because I like that 50 SPF coverage, especially when my primer, moisturizer, whatever doesn't have SPF in it. I like to go that little bit higher when I can. Out of these, this one has the most coverage, but if you don't apply too much, it's still going to look really beautiful and natural and skin-like. And I'm going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge. This one is from Spicy Choco. Spicy Choco, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it's a really cool shape, so I'm just trying out some of their brushes and sponges and I'll review them for you guys later. So on its own, that really freshens up the skin, evens everything out. If you don't have any bad kind of spots or dark circles or blemishes or anything like that, that would be enough coverage on its own. For me, I am going to go in with some concealer and a lot less than what I would normally use, just to kind of target some really specific areas. So I'm going to be using Tarte Shape Tape. This is seriously just my favorite concealer in the entire world. I just love it to absolute death. This is nearly out, like I'm scraping at the sides. I just love it so much. So usually I would draw big triangles under my eyes. I'm just gonna dot a little bit under there. Now I do have quite dark circles, so bear with me. I'm probably still gonna use a little bit more than what you think, but just know that it is less than what I would normally use. And I like this concealer as well because it does have a matte finish. So everything we're using is, you know, really dewy and hydrating and illuminating. But with this concealer, it is definitely more matte. So, you know, any areas that we're wanting to kind of disguise, it's better for them to not be quite as dewy because they're not going to draw as much attention to those areas. I'm just going to run the excess concealer on my sponge over my eyelids to prep them as well. So to give a little bit of color to the cheeks, lips and eyes, I'm going to be using the new Frank lip tints. So they have their normal lip balm, which is just like the clear, but they have just released Scent Nudes and Cherry Bomb, so they are scented and flavored and tinted. So I'm going to be using Cherry Bomb to give some color to my cheeks and lips, and Scent Nudes to give a little bit to my eyes, and possibly the clear one just a bit on the high points of my face to give a little bit of sheer kind of luminosity to those specific spots. Since I do fake tan and, you know, I have already warmth to my complexion, you know, just adding a little bit of color this way is fine as opposed to going in with bronzer. You may also want to go in with like some kind of cream or liquid bronzer if you don't tan or you feel like you need a little bit more warmth to your face. But yeah, I'm going to be starting with these ones. So I'm just going to pat that in with my finger onto my cheeks. I'm not going to put it right on the apples of my cheeks because that's where I have enlarged pores. So I'm just going to start a smidge back and work it back into the cheek with my fingers. Then I'm taking my sponge, and this one has this really cool like cut out bit, so that just fits perfectly over the cheek just to kind of diffuse any edges. Then if you feel like you need to blend in any of your actual foundation concealer, you can just tap the part that already has product on it just in those areas. I'm just going to take a little bit of the Scent Nudes lip tint now, and I'm just going to tap that onto my eyelids. It's not a sticky formula, so it is completely fine to put on the eyelids. It's just going to add a really, really subtle tint. Now it's very, very editorial if you kind of wore it like this on its own, or if you're doing someone else's makeup for more of like a photo shoot, but it will crease on the eyelids. You know, any kind of glossy thing on the lids will crease. So we will set that in a little bit when we set our face with some translucent powder, but you'll still have a little bit of that color showing through. Now for most people that's probably enough glow, but I'm going to take just a little bit of the original lip balm, and I'm just going to pop that onto the tops of my cheekbones, under the brow bone, a little bit on my forehead, above my brows to kind of lift those spots, a bit on my cupid's bow, and wherever else I feel like I need it. I'm also going to run that through my eyebrows and then brush my brows up, and it's going to give them a soft hold. If you watch my Instagram videos, you guys know I've been using this Cover FX powder all of the time. Let's go in and use the sponge to apply our powder. It's actually going to give a beautiful finish as well, having the moisture from the sponge pushing that powder in. Just going to hit my lips with a little bit of Scent Nudes. So that is the finished skin look. Of course, as I said earlier, you can add in any extra steps that you feel are necessary. For me, you know, if I've got my skin good, I'm good to go. So I'm pretty happy. You know, sometimes I'll add mascara, sometimes I won't. It just depends how I'm feeling. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you like it. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this and don't want to miss out on any of my videos in the future. Also turn on that notification bell. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.